Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Isa with Journey to Programming, and I want to talk about leveraging LinkedIn for your job applications and for your career in general. I know a lot of us talk about LinkedIn on and off and why we're even on it, if it's useful. And we basically say things like it's just spam, recruiters are just on it, spamming everybody, sending messages, and they don't really are applicable to me, or they're a waste of my time. Nevertheless, I want to go ahead and clear the air a little bit and just say LinkedIn can be a very useful tool for software engineers, game developers, web developers, mobile developers, etc. It could really be a useful tool for anybody looking for any kind of work. And if you're not leveraging it, I really do hope that you reconsider setting up your profile, keeping it updated, and taking advantage of the fact that it's basically a social media platform that can potentially connect you with recruiters directly. And additionally, it is a good way to see what people are posting from various companies that you're interested in, or you can use it to reach out to those people and see if you can maybe get a little info about their company, about their tips or advice on how to apply, or maybe get them to review or give you some feedback or something like that. I don't recommend just going on there and spamming everybody from a company that you're interested in. I don't recommend even sending a message and saying, hey, here's my resume, can you guys give me an interview? That's probably really bad advice in general. But if you are interested, say you're a computer science student, or you are already in industry and you find a company that you're interested in and you begin following that company, you see that there's some people you may know that work there, or you see that they're a distant friend of yours through a connection or something like that. You know, that gives you a little bit of an advantage in the sense that you can now find a way to either contact them and ask them useful questions, which aren't going to get you blacklisted or ignored. And those can be something like, hey, I was really interested in your guys' company, and I'm a software engineer. I saw that you guys have openings. I was wondering, do you guys generally look for anybody with particular language knowledge or stack knowledge or something like that? Or do you happen to know what the hiring process is like, etc.? And that can give you a little advantage in your applications, in the hiring process, and all of that. The next thing, if you know you're looking at some of the bigger companies out there that have a lot of recruiters, those recruiters are constantly sending messages to people, looking for people to fill roles, etc. If you find a company that you're interested in and you happen to be connected to a recruiter already at that company, they're usually not going to be offended if you send them a message and say something like, hey, I'm a software developer with X amount of years of experience. I was really interested in your company. I was wondering if you guys are currently looking for new developers, or if you guys are currently hiring. I know I saw your guys' openings on there, but I figured I'd reach out to you first. And by doing that, you're not going to make it sound like you haven't looked into the openings. What you're trying to do is you're trying to basically invite them to say, hey, this person's interested, they want to apply, and they're on LinkedIn, here's their portfolio and resume or whatever you have on your profile, and it looks decent. Why don't I just give them a quick call or give them a shot for either these roles that I currently need to fill, or let's put them into the general kind of population of people that are interested in roles and see if one of my recruiting colleagues wants to talk to them. Now, that's not guaranteed to work either, but at least, again, it's a proactive thing you can do. Next, LinkedIn advantages. There is the easy apply button. So if you look at the job listings on LinkedIn, similar to Indeed, similar to like Monster and those other career websites out there, or job board websites, I have a really big list of job board kind of websites and good places to apply on. Those are all on Journey to Programming's website. Check that out if you want a big list of them. I also think I put it on a YouTube video that you could probably find on our page. Nevertheless, that easy apply, if you have your account set up so that you can easy apply, you can just click that button to apply to companies. Of course, you're not going to be tailoring your application, which may hurt your application potential, but it's still something to do. If you are one that likes to apply in mass to companies, which I don't mind doing sometimes, or I don't necessarily oppose it when I tell or talk to people who are applying for jobs, then that could be really advantageous to you, so you can put out a lot of applications really, really fast. Additionally, you see listings. So a lot of the companies that do post openings will post them across multiple job boards. And if you're already on LinkedIn, why not have it already connected? Your profile's there. That's a great opportunity, okay? Next, you have a professional social media platform. So if you are active on there and people can see that, and you have connections that are real, maybe from your prior company, maybe they're friends and stuff like that, or colleagues that are on there and they're professionals as well, those people will see what you post, they'll see what you're doing. So if you're active and commenting on maybe industry highlights or industry comments or industry news, people will begin seeing that. Your friends will begin seeing that, your connections, colleagues, etc. And that may give you a little extra exposure that you would not have had before. Other job boards do not do that. Indeed is a job application platform. So are some of the other ones. They do not have that social media aspect. So that is an advantage you can use. One little hacky tip, if you guys are software engineers looking for jobs, and I don't know if this is always going to work. I know I've seen it kind of work for me, and I know a lot of other people have said it works for them. But one hacky little tip is, if you change your current location to the Bay Area, as in like the San Francisco Bay Area, you will probably see an influx in recruiter messages to you. Now, they're going to likely be spam, but nevertheless, you will begin getting those messages. You do not have to live in a Bay Area or in a certain location to change your location to it. That's why I say it's kind of like a little hacky tip. A lot of people know about it. The recruiters likely know about it. They just don't care, because they may not be paying attention anyways. A lot of times they're just spamming. So again, if you are not leveraging LinkedIn, then reconsider it. It's not going to hurt you. If it gets annoying, you can always ignore your messages. You can always put it off for 6 months or a year, or until you need to look into work again. But if you have 5 to 10 minutes every month, which most of us do, to maybe go and update your profile, then great. That at least keeps it up to date, and you have some opportunities that may still show up. If you are willing to be a little more active, you can keep things up to date more frequently. You can maybe go and take part in that social media aspect, okay? Again, this was just about LinkedIn. It's my reasoning for why you guys should be using it. If you have any questions, feedback, comments, add them down below. Have a good one, you guys. If you are not subscribed and you made it this far, please do help us out by subbing down below, and have a good one.